Hey guys, Jurassic Man here, and today we're gonna do a review on the last Wave 2 Roarivore, the Ceratosaurus. Now, I got this in its package still because I want to do something special in a later video that I'm thinking of creating. Possibly like a tutorial help or something like that, but yeah. So anyways, I finally found this. This time I didn't get it from Amazon nor Target, which was overpriced in both of them. I got this in Walmart for $13, and there was 5 Ceratosaurus. However, all of them, except 2 of them, this one and another one, didn't have paint on his nose, which was weird. I wish I took a picture. I should have thought about it, but I should have. But they didn't have paint in their noses. Also, if you notice, if I sound a bit different, just in case, I have new pair of headphones because in my Instagram post, I posted that my headphones broke. If I'm not loud enough, I'll review this later. But yeah, this one had a good nose, while the other one had a chipped nose. So I got this one out of both. But anyways, let's get right into the package. Now this Ceratosaurus, everyone says, is really good. It looks like the one from Jurassic Park 3, which is a good sign. It doesn't have the new mark on the side of it, but it does have the back side, which has this nice rendition of the Ceratosaurus. However, its body is really glossed over in this picture. It's probably the lighting, but I say it's alright. And in the bottom, we get the Pteranodon, we get the Ankylosaurus, and we got the Triceratops. And down here, we have the barcode. Let's flip this around for you guys. If you guys want the Ceratosaurus, here's the barcode for that. So anyways, this is this guy out of his package. Now, as you can see, the Ceratosaurus looks very much alike of that of his Jurassic Park 3 counterpart. So much so, they even got the coloration right. Now, what a lot of people don't realize is that the Ceratosaurus' color actually dates back all the way back to the diecast little minifigures, little diecast figures from the original Kenner line. As you can see that the original Ceratosaurus actually had a red head, and that design choice, ooh, yeah, this is gonna be a problem. That design choice is what gives a Ceratosaurus its color. Now, I'm very sorry for everyone to see that right now, but yep, it's gonna be one of those figures. I really don't know how to fix this issue. My only guess is to lean her more like this, which I'm not opposed to, but screw it. I'm gonna have to hold her some way, somehow. So bear with me. Now I gotta use my finger to hold her. Oh, this video is already getting annoying already. But let's get right to it. The Ceratosaurus is very much alike that of the movie's counterpart. I already said that. Repeating myself. But so far, this guy looks actually pretty different than that of the movies, mainly to the front of his head. Now, I don't know if you can see it, but that head does not look like the Ceratosaurus head. If you remember in the movie, the Ceratosaurus pretty much had like a very T-Rex head. This guy has a very bony crest on its foreheads. More akin to the actual Ceratosaurus, because the Ceratosaurus had more than just his nose horns. It had also 2 horns protruding on the side of his head, unlike the movie's counterpart, which only have the 1 horn, which is something they did mistake. But if you didn't know, the Ceratosaurus from Jurassic Park 3 is actually just a modified T-Rex. Don't believe me? Look at them very, very closely, and you can see it. You can see it. Also, I think they probably mentioned that somewhere in the facts, but I don't know. I love Jurassic Park 3, but I'm not really into focusing on much of the design choices in any of the movies. I just like watching the movies. That other stuff is for the rest. So it'd be better for my research choice. Okay, I think she's gonna stand. If she doesn't stand, I'm gonna keep putting my finger on her, but let's just leave it like that for now, and hopefully she stands. But anyways, let's get right into colorations. As you can see, the colorations on the Ceratosaurus is very much akin to that of Jurassic Park 3. Again, this is the third time saying it. If I keep repeating this multiple times, just, I don't know, take a shot. But yeah, it has the colorations right down from the red all the way to the back. The tail does not reach the tip. It has the black striping just like that, although they're a bit much bolder here and a lot more scratched up. I'm pretty sure they're not supposed to be scratched up, but they look kind of scratched up to me. All of them had that. It has this nice kind of yellowish tan coloration on its leg. However, in some parts of the body, it actually has a more, how do you say, more of a tan coloration than that of some of the joints. As for example, the tail on the tip right here is the same color as that of the arm. However, the underbelly, let's move you for a bit. The underbelly, this portion is the same, is a different coloration actually than that of the leg, and the leg is not the same coloration as that of the arm. So this guy has a lot of colors than just the simple 3 colors choices that they always give these figures. But yeah, design choice. Ooh, where should I start? This sculpt is just phenomenal. The details, the level of details that you put into these figures, Mattel, they're just exquisite. Now, I think I remember in one of the videos I've seen that there are actually people that are said who make these choices of these custom designs. And I know I fact one person who made the Spinosaurus, which I'll do a comparison later, and she did an amazing job with that Spino. But whoever made this one, hopefully it's her or maybe someone else. But either way, this is just awesome. They managed to get all the little osteoderms dots all over the body without any like cuts or trims or anything. It's just phenomenal, I gotta say. And the details on the head. Let's look at that head real quick. Look at that. Look at all those scales, all those details and creases, and it's just awesome. This figure is a very detailed figure. I gotta say, if this guy has a bit more shading, all those details will pop out much better. So the coloration is awesome. The details are just amazing. But what about articulations? Well, I just showed you the leg articulation, but Ceratosaurus can go with his legs this pretty much high before it starts hindering the plastic on the back side and to the front before it scrapes the belly. The other leg hinders by touching the tail all the way that far and scratches the belly this far. So pretty much this guy could go 360. It just don't want to do it too much because, you know, that loosens the joint. The arm joints, just like that of the other figures, can move this thigh up on both sides, as you can see right here. That looks pretty good. And this far down. It could go all the way around on both ends without hindering any of the plastic. But again, I wouldn't recommend that because that would actually loosen the joint. And actually does have a 5th articulation because I never count jaw articulations on these electronic figures because that's part of the action feature. But it actually has a 5th one, and that's the tail. Yeah, you can swivel the tail all the way around. But I don't know why would you want to do that. Actually, if I took a picture, if I wish, I could have took a picture right here and I show that there's actually a swivel joint in here. I don't know, someone could find that when they buy theirs, but you'll see they have a sort of ball-like joint within the body of the cavity, and that gives it that swivel inside. The head also moves too, but that's not supposed to move at all because, well, it's the head. But anyways, it has nice articulations for a Ceratosaurus figure. The design choice is amazing, and so is the coloration. The head is a little inaccurate to the movie's counterpart, but I'll give it that there. It gives a more distinct issue. I mean, come on, the movie literally just took the T-Rex sculpt. Although that probably will explain its roaring features, because unlike all the other ones, the roars actually really don't really mind on this figure, since, like I said, it is basically a T-Rex. But yeah, the roaring feature on the Ceratosaurus is quite unique, I gotta say, because only 2 of them actually have the T-Rex roar. The other 2 are their own separate roars. And let's see if we can get all 4 at once. Bear with me here. If there's not all 4, I'll edit it myself. here, one of them has a bit of the Indominus in it, but only two of them had the T-Rex roar. One has a chomping action where it chomps, 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 and the other one has that noise that you get. And that's pretty cool, I love that one. I wish I could get that one, but if I get it again, I had to go through the process, and it probably won't be my first try. But let's give it a try. Oh wow, first try. But yeah, that roar right there is pretty cool in my opinion. And it also makes it cool that this is the only Roarivore to actually have a closed jaw, and when you press the button, it actually opens the mouth. But if you notice, when I open it, it opens this far, but it can actually open its mouth this far. There's some extra space that's not being used here. And I actually hear some pressure right here when you open it all the way. So maybe there's something hindering it from opening its mouth all the way. Let's get you to stand. Please stand for us. She's not going to stand. She was standing so fine not that long ago. She was literally standing on this counter for at least 5 hours. And now she won't stand anymore. What's wrong with you, baby? Poor Ceratosaurus. You're probably tired. But anyways, let's not drag this review any longer. Let's get right into comparisons. Here's a comparison with her fellow Jurassic counterpart, the Allosaurus. Now, from the fossil record, the Allosaurus is much bigger than the Ceratosaurus. And either this Allosaurus is too small or the Ceratosaurus is too big. But then again, this is Jurassic Park we're talking about. So size doesn't really matter in Jurassic Park. I mean, there's going to be a Dreadnoughtus probably in the third movie. And who knows how big that thing is going to be. They're probably dramatic sizes as well. But yeah, these two don't really compatible with each other unless you want to make this a juvenile Allosaurus. Which technically it is, kind of. But let's not get into that. Let's get right to more comparisons. And here's a comparison with the Ceratosaurus with a distant relative of its kind, the Allosaurus carnotaurus. If you didn't know, Allosaurus basically evolved from the Ceratosaurus family in some sort of way. So you could say these are two distant cousins, one from the late Jurassic, one from the late Cretaceous, separated by a few million years. Although one died out of competition, most likely from Allosaurus and other Torvosaurus, while the Carnotaurs died out due to KT mass extinction during the last days of the dinosaurs. Technically not, but the last days is a non-avian dinosaurs, depending on how you see it. Although, the last one is the better one, and the more accurate one. Dinosaurs are birds, accept it! Here she is compared to Alan Grant, and as you may know, Alan Grant was one of the 4 characters, that's encountered the Ceratosaurus for the short 20 seconds of fame. Poor guy, I really wish he did more, but you know what? Either it was that or the Carnotaurus, and I actually would prefer the Carnotaurus in Fallen Kingdom, because, well, do you really want to see just Carnotaurus come by and leave? No. It's fine, Ceratosaurus, sorry you didn't get your debut, and sorry that you're now classified extinct. But you know what? You were a good dinosaur in that film. And here she is compared to her other Jurassic Park 3 counterpart, the Spinosaurus. Now, accurate size, I would not say they're pretty accurate. I think the Carnotaurus, or the Ceratosaurus, might be a bit too big. But I don't know, they never encounter each other, and the human figure is the only thing that literally scales it up pretty well. So I'm gonna guess with the human figure, or Alan Grant himself, scales it up pretty nicely. So I'm guessing the Ceratosaurus is somewhat around this size. Not too big, but not too small. I gotta say, it's much lovely sculpt compared to these two. I really love these two. And here's another quick comparison with her with the T-Rex. Now, they don't look alike here, but I gotta say, the Ceratosaurus is a retooled sculpt of the Tyrannosaurus Rex. If you don't believe me, look it up, or just look at it side by side. They're not related in any way, it's just a matter of, well, getting it ready in time. But yeah, there's that. So what score will I give the Ceratosaurus? Well, if you just seen the whole review, you basically seen me praise this figure for all of its great goodness of it. But if there was one thing I would really improve, it's that balancing issue. I have no idea what is wrong with some of these dinosaurs, but it's a balancing issue. They look great. They shouldn't be falling. It's kind of sad. Maybe they should add more weight to the tail, but that's just me. Or, yeah. So I will give this Ceratosaurus a 5 out of 5. If it wasn't for that balancing issue, then yeah, but it's just awesome. The Ceratosaurus is a keeper to your collection. The Ceratosaurus is $14.99 in retail, but due to the Walmart sale still going on, you can basically get this for $13. Well, $11, but plus tax, that raises the price. So, hope you guys like this review. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and see you guys next time.